And I thought that I was about to get robbed or pickpocketed, so I turned around like this and flinched and like kind of threw my hands up getting ready. And it was just some little old woman who was following me this close. And she was like so...
Guys, is it really like that in Germany? What's up, guys? It's Dwayne back again for another video, back in for the reaction. And today's a great, wonderful, amazing, incredible day because it's a Germany day. 7 things about Germany that I can't get used to. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction. Let's go.
Back to the Nalf YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. A special welcome to you.
Hello.
My name is Nalf, Nick Alfieri. My nickname is Nalf. That's where we get the Nalf, okay? I am...
If you have to explain a nickname, maybe it's a bit of a silly nickname. I should have not taken a mick out of him. I was like, if you have to explain it, it's like...
I'm an American living in Schwäbisch Hall, Germany, a small town in southern Germany. I play American football here for the Schwäbisch Hall Unicorns of the German Football League. Now, I've been...
That's really random. He lives in a small town in Germany and plays American football. I didn't even know American football was big in Germany. You have American football teams? Let me know in the comment section if you know about this. Like, I played American football when I was younger, in London, when I was at university, and I played as a fullback when I was a lot fitter at the time. I was very fast, and I played as a fullback. But I didn't know that there was American football in Germany. You learn something new every day.
I've been here on and off for about 6 years, so I have had a lot of experiences with culture shock and settling into a different country. And there are certainly things about Germany that kind of surprised me at first, but I have since gotten used to, and they are just part of my everyday life, and they don't seem like anything too crazy for me now.
So what are some things you can't get used to about Germany? I can't get used to the no air conditioning. I can't get used to the...
What? Say that again.
I can't get used to the no air conditioning. I can't...
Did you... As it just me, I didn't understand a word what he just said. I can't get used to... What did he say just then? And I speak English. Say that one more time, please, my mate.
Used to about Germany. I can't get used to the no air conditioning. I can't get used to the no spatial awareness. People walk
No spatial awareness.
around as if they're the only person on Earth.
No spatial awareness? What does that mean? People walk into each other? Are you very much that? Do you walk very close to other people? Because I know that's very different from, like, say, in Britain, yeah, we like to keep our own space. In Sweden and Finland, they like to have, like, fucking a mile away from each other. Like, they don't want to be anywhere near another person. But I've heard this in another video, that Germans like to be quite close. There's no spatial awareness. There's, like, no distance between you. You like to talk very close up to somebody. I don't know if that's true. Let me know in the comment section if that's true.
And I can't get used to there's no customer service, that you walk into a store and they're mad at you for being there. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to give you my money. So, what else?
But are they mad or are they just normal? Do you know what I mean? Because I know customer service in America is very, how are you today? Hello, come in. Do you want a special? We have a 50% discount. Sorry, I just spat everywhere. But do you know what I mean? Americans are like over the customer service is over the top because, and this is not me throwing shade at Americans, but the reason why they're so over the top is because they, especially in like restaurants, is because they also thrive off tips. They need tips. Like, they don't get paid a fair wage in their country, so they need to deliver amazing customer service so that they can get a tip from the customer. Do you know what I mean? So they're literally working for money. It's almost like working in sales, like working on commission. Like, that's why they're over the top, and that's why their customer service is so super happy and smiley. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in Europe, because you get paid a fair wage, I guess you don't need to smile all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like that in the UK as well. You go to a supermarket or anywhere like that, people are not really... The lady that's doing the checkout, or the man that's doing the checkout, or the person that's stocking shelves, they're not really smiley. They're just very, like, deadpan. I don't mind that. That's normal to me. Maybe not for Americans, though.
There are things that, even after all these years, I still cannot get used to about Germany. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's jump into the things about Germany that I cannot get used to.
7 things about Germany that I can't get used to.
Elements of German society that are slow, barbaric, and outdated. I am looking at some institutions such as banking that rely so heavily on physical snail mail. My brother, being new in Germany, has been trying to set up an online bank account so he can do his banking online, see his account on his phone, etc. Some pretty standard stuff that should just be, you download an app, you get your information, you're good to go. It has taken him 2 months to be able to set up his online banking because in Germany, at least with the banks that we use, you have to mail away some information, they mail you back a PIN, you put it in, and then you have to wait another 2 or 3 weeks. And it's this very, very strange, barbaric system.
Is it really like that? So you have to mail them and then they mail you back some information and you mail back some more information and it takes 2 months to set up online banking? Surely not. Surely not. We have banks in the UK that we literally can download an app and sign up on the app and you have a bank. There's a few, maybe identification, maybe national insurance. That's it. And you're done. And you're in. Weird. There's some banks you can just go into the bank and open a bank account with an advisor and it literally takes less than an hour. Wow.
That seems to...
Is it really like that? He's saying that as an American, but maybe he's just... sometimes when you go to a new country, you're not... Sorry, there's something on my eye. You're not aware of how to do things, or you do things a long way because you're not aware of other ways of doing those things, if that makes sense. So maybe he's just not found the banks that are quicker and he's gone through a long process because he's gone for a certain account, or I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if it's like that for everyone, like it takes a couple of months to get a bank account, an online bank account, because that's kind of ridiculous. But let me know in the comment section below.
Seems to be super clunky, and it just doesn't make sense for why a society like Germany still basically feels like they live in the 1970s or 80s when it comes to certain things like online banking. Also, there's just so much unnecessary snail mail, like paper mail, that you get in the mail. And for a country that prides itself on being very environmentally conscious and environmentally friendly, I am a little bit appalled at how much wasted paper there is just sending.
I'm sorry, he's an American. How can he talk about being appalled about wasted paper? I'm not slagging off Americans, but they use plastic bags for everything. They don't have reusable bags. You go to the grocery store, there's someone packing your bags, and they give you about 10 bags for each item. Do you know what I mean? 10 bags for each item? A bag for each item. So he can't really preach to Germans about efficiency and waste management when America's probably the worst in the Western world. Just saying. But yeah, maybe you guys need to move to like paperless mail. Probably.
Sending pointless letters and things in the mail. Something that I just am not getting used to. How fast people drive on the Autobahn.
Woo! Wow, we go faster, dude.
Did you just... Okay,
Maximum speed.
That's so funny, they're friends.
All right, okay, that's good, that's fast.
Now, Americans are always really interested in it and almost obsessed with the fact that you can go as fast as you want during certain stretches on the Autobahn. Actually, a lot of Americans are under the impression or have some sort of false impression about the Autobahn, that it's always no speed limits all the time. I've even heard some really weird images of the Autobahn. One of my friends told me that he thought the Autobahn was a big X that goes across Germany, a big highway of X highway that had no speed limits. Not really sure where that came from. I've also heard that the Autobahn is a circular highway all around the country. Also really weird. But yeah, I've been driving on the Autobahn now for 6 years, and you know, I've gotten used to going much faster than I would typically go in the States. In the States, you're really going about 60, 65 miles per hour tops.
Yeah, that in the UK, yeah, 60, 65, sometimes like I think 70 as well, but you don't really go past that.
Which, what is that in kilometers per hour? Maybe 110 or so? I don't know. My math's probably wrong. But since living in Germany, I've gotten used to going 160, 170 kilometers per hour, which is about 100 miles per hour, something I would never do in the States.
Wow.
But I've gotten used to that. It's no big deal to be driving in the left lane, passing cars going 160 kilometers per hour. I'm used to that. But what I can't get used to is when I'm going 160 kilometers per hour, I feel like I'm really pushing it and I'm passing cars that another car, probably a BMW coming up behind me, flashing his lights, is going 240, 260 kilometers per hour like it's no big deal. That is something that...
Yeah, it's weird. That's scary. That's actually scary. Imagine going 100 miles per hour and then someone's like zooming past you. Like, what? That can't be safe. That can't be. Once you reach the speed over 100 miles an hour, like, it cannot be safe. Because there's one bump in the road and you're like going to flip over because you're going so fast. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to judge Germany. That it's working for you guys, I guess. Although I read in the comment section when I did a video on the Autobahn, some of you were saying that you believe that there should be a speed limit implemented because it is can be dangerous on there, especially for drivers that don't want to drive very fast, or you know, don't have cars that are like supercars. Yeah, so I think it's probably one of those contentious topics. So
that I cannot get used to. My tolerance for speed has certainly increased, but I am not used to how fast some of these native-born Germans are willing and comfortable to drive on the Autobahn. Okay, sorry to interrupt the content for a moment. It's just time for a shameless plug. Guys, as you know, I do not do sponsorships on this channel. Maybe it is a stupid decision, but for some reason it feels like the right one for me. Instead, this channel is supported by my Patreon, so if you have any interest... Guys, I've said it 1,000 times. If you've watched my videos, you know this is one of the biggest things for every American who comes here is the physical distancing. The much smaller acceptable physical distance between people. You get it when you go to a grocery store or in line somewhere. I've tried to get used to it, that it's a smaller threshold and people are used to standing closer to each other. It's a more densely populated country. Maybe that explains why people are more tolerant of this, but it's something that I seriously feel very uncomfortable with still, cannot get used to. The other day I was walking, just walking in Schwäbisch Hall. A whole town, you know, so much space for people to walk. I was walking and I felt somebody up right behind me, and I sensed that there was a body right on my hip, and I thought that I was about to get robbed or pickpocketed, so I turned around like this and flinched and like kind of threw my hands up getting ready, and it was just some little old woman who was following me this close, and she was like so...
Guys... Is it really like that in Germany? Let me know in the comment section below. I have a bit of a thing with... It's actually a thing. It's actually a thing with me. Guys, I got to be honest. I have a little bit of a thing of when I'm walking and if I can sense someone behind me, it makes me feel weird. I like have to stop, or I have to move aside and maybe slow my pace down so they can go past, because I don't like someone that close to me behind me. If I can see you, that's fine. But if you're behind me, it like, I feel like him, I would feel like someone's trying to pickpocket me or take my money or something. But is it like that? He said an older woman. So maybe it's something from the older generation back in the day. Or is this something that all Germans do? You just tend to walk very closely together and you're not scared to be very close to strangers. Let me know in the comment section below. I don't mind it if I can see you, but if you're behind me, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if that's like part of your culture.
So startled at my reaction, but she kind of realized that I felt that she was too close to me, but unless I reacted like that, she wouldn't have thought anything of it. It was totally normal for her to be just following somebody so close, right in their personal space. Something that I still cannot get used to, and I don't think I ever will get used to. A personal bubble comes from North America. It's a little bit wider. This one is actually something that I sometimes like and sometimes don't like, and it is that it stays lighter later, especially in the summer. I just look.
Well, I'm from the UK, so it's normal for me to have in the summer a longer day and in the winter a shorter day. So this would not, I wouldn't do, there'll be no adjusting for me in that situation.
I just looked it up. The sunset time for my hometown, Portland, Oregon tonight is like 8:56 p.m. Whereas the sunset time here in Schwabish Hall is closer to 9:30. And that is still, you still have some light for about 30-40 minutes after that sunset. So if I'm like in bed and it's 10 o'clock, I can look outside and the sky is still not pitch black. It's something that I still can't really get used to. Sometimes I really like it. Say, for example, if I'm out with friends or in the beer garden or something, and it's, you know, one of those summer evenings where you want to elongate the time. But sometimes when I'm trying to go to bed early and it's still, you know, not dark out at 10 o'clock, that is a little bit of a hindrance to my sleep patterns, which are...
So basically what he needs to do to adjust to this European way of being in the summertime is get some blackout curtains. Get some blackout curtains that literally when you close them, your entire room is just dark. You have to. That's how you survive in the summer months. But to be honest, it doesn't bother me. Like if the sun shines into my room, I can still fall asleep. I don't mind. Like I don't know, when you live in Europe and you've lived in Europe your entire life, you just get used to it.
So important to me. So this one sort of depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but the fact that it, you know, Germany is at a much higher, what is it? I can never remember. Is this latitude?
Latitude.
Latitude? It results in
latitude. The way he says that. Latitude. It's just very easy to say latitude. Latitude.
later sunsets.
It's cute.
It's quite something that I am not used to. Now, when we were in Finland, we saw this to the even more extreme because it felt like it didn't get dark there until 11:30 or so.
Yeah,
and that was in April. So I would imagine now in June and getting close to the actual summer, it would be maybe like midnight. So that's something that is sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I'm certainly not used to it.
A sense.
This isn't all negative, guys. And this one thing that I absolutely cannot get used to, but I love it because it brings me so much joy every time, is when I walk into a German bakery and I smell that smell of the German bake.
This is a good thing. Oh, a German bakery. I cannot wait to try some baked goods when I go to Germany. I know you guys are elite when it comes to baked goods, so yeah.
Goodness, magical food. It is something that every time I go in there, it feels like it's the first time I've been in there. There is just something incredible about German bakeries. We just really don't have this level of baked goodness in the States, at least not on such a wide scale.
I think we're better than the States, the UK. I think we're better at baked goods than them, but I think we're still lagging behind Germany for sure. I mean, we're okay. We have the Cornish pasty, which is delicious. We have, you know, other baked treats like flapjacks, and what else do we have? Muffins and biscuits and just different things that we have baked goods. Just we don't have the bread variety that you guys have, and your pastry is probably better. I just cannot wait to try German pastry and baked stuff.
Scale, it's for the most part, if you go into a German bakery, you know you're going to get some pretty high quality stuff. And the smell that I get when I walk in there makes me want to buy every single thing on the menu. I usually just stick to my typical butter pretzel. Perhaps I'll branch out one of these days, but the magical smell of a German bakery when you walk in is something that I cannot get used to, surprises me pleasantly every single time, and I hope that I never get used to it.
You've been out of office. I'm always camping for the summer. Please email back at some number. I have left the office for 2 hours to undergo kidney surgery, but you can reach me on my cell anytime.
Guys, Germans work really, really hard, okay? They have this reputation for being efficient and hardworking, and that is absolutely true. But Germans also have a lot of holidays where basically it seems like nobody's working. You've probably heard a million times about Americans complaining about the fact that most things are shut down on Sundays. Now, I'm past that point. I get it. I'm used to it. I can structure my week around everything being closed on Sundays. What is difficult, though, for me, however, is it feels like there are so many holidays where I am not expecting, I don't have it on my calendar, this is a holiday and everything's going to be shut down. So recently, for example, it was the Pfingstfest, where everything's closed on Monday. I forgot to realize that, I guess, so I knew everything was going to be closed on Sunday. And then I tried to go to the store on Monday and realized, oh, it's a holiday, everything's still closed.
Yeah, it's called basically caring about the people in your country. Not saying Americans don't care, but they work very hard. And they work very hard. And there's a culture of just working and working and working and working and working until you die. Whereas in Europe, I think we value like holidays, national holidays, bank holidays, vacation holidays, like for well-being, like we're supposed to be on this planet not just to work, but to also enjoy the time with friends and family and just to detox and relax. Like that's very, very important. So yeah, it's just better than America. Like I know for a fact, I've heard that America is just all about work. Even like booking time off is frowned upon in your job. Like if it's not the weekend and you're trying to book time off, it's like you don't do that in America.
So when you run into these situations where there are 2, sometimes even 3 days in a row where everything is closed, it's a little bit difficult for an American to get used to. I've fought and clawed and battled my way to getting used to everything being closed on Sundays. I am not used to there being multiple days in a row where everything is closed.
What was I going to say? I was going to say, is Sunday, are all things closed on a Sunday? Or is that just... Because in the UK, things close early on a Sunday. So like you'll have shops and stores open. There are some stores that don't open at all on a Sunday, but most, shops and stores and places, they're open till like maybe 3, 4 o'clock, 4:30 at the latest, and then they close early. But I think he's saying that nothing's open on a Sunday. Let me know in the comment section if anything is open on the Sunday.
Germans have so many holidays, and it feels like everybody's on vacation all the time, especially in summertime. Every time I talk to someone, I'm like, hey, how's work going? Like, oh, it's good, but I'm on vacation right now. I'm on a 2 weeks vacation. I'm going to Greece tomorrow. And I feel like this is the most common conversation that I have with people when I ask them about their work.
Well, yeah. I'd be like, what? I don't know. It's not healthy. Like, even his attitude in you can see, and he's like, what? You're always on holiday? Why are you going on holiday? It's like, it's not healthy to always be working. Like, you need downtime. We are not machines. We are not mechanical. You know, we can't just function. You know what I mean? We're like, we need some relaxation. So I'm here with Germany. Like, I think the UK doesn't have enough bank holidays and vacation days and all that type of stuff. We don't. I think we're on the more conservative side of out of the European countries. Actually, I think we might have some of the least holiday days in the entirety of Europe. Because I know Sweden gets a lot, Finland gets a lot, you guys get a lot. I think we're more on the conservative side. We're like in between the United States and Europe in that way. And I wish we had more. But we don't.
Another positive
Sunday.
one, guys, is the exciting and relaxed, great vibes that you get in a small German town on a sunny Sunday. I've talked about it many times before. German Sunday culture, which is slow down, chill, relax, enjoy time with your friends and family. And walking around Schwäbisch Hall on a nice weather Sunday, it's just this experience that every single time makes me feel like I'm experiencing it for the first time. It's like, for some reason I forget that this is going to happen. It's going to feel like this on these Sundays. And I don't know why. I'm not used to it. And this is another thing that I don't want to get used to. I want to continue to wake up and walk around on a late morning on one of these Sundays and be just pleasantly surprised and take it all in on all these people sort of stopping in a collective way, sort of stopping, slowing down, and all enjoying life. You can just feel it, and it's something that I really, really like. And
Nice.
Just have not ever experienced this in the States on this level. All right, guys, so those are some things that I, as an American living in Germany, am still not used to about this country. If you've got any experiences of your own, if you're an American that lives in a foreign country, or if you're a German who wants to defend some of these points, please feel free to do so in the comments. That is all for...
Yeah. Some of the stuff I'm like, yeah, it's a bit weird. But then the majority of the stuff I'm like, yeah. Especially the vacation one. But yeah, as an American, I just think for him in terms of working, like, it's just their culture is just a little bit different from European culture. So you're just going to have to get used to it, mate. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Until the next one, I will see you very soon.